Hello, Business 630 corporate finance students. Welcome to our summer term of Business 630 at the University of Laverne. My name is Professor Rick Hassey, and I will be your instructor this 8-week session, this 8-week online session. This class is strictly for online, which is for some students, that's great. You don't have to go to a class time either on Zoom or in a classroom. You fit the schedule of the class accordingly to your schedule. Just all I ask is you make sure you watch the videos and stay close at hand with the Blackboard on a week-by-week basis, do the assignments, and you're great. But also I'll be available on Tuesdays and Thursdays for student office hours if you have any questions, or really available 24/7 through the Blackboard and through email. So I want to welcome you all to our class on corporate finance. This is an advanced MBA class. It's a lot of work, but it's a rewarding class in understanding financial management and capital fundraising. So our class is designed, and I'm a day late this week, and I apologize. I sent an email out yesterday. I usually post my videos on Monday every week, but I was a little bit behind this week. The changeover to the summer caught me a little bit behind, but we're back on the beam now. And what we're going to be doing in this video today is just introducing the course. I will give you 2 videos every week, every Monday and every Friday. Those 2 videos will highlight the topics and or any assignments or case studies that are due that week. So 2 videos every week that if you want to keep in touch with the class, please watch those videos. So today we're going to be introducing the course, and every week, as we'll see in our Blackboard, and hopefully you have visited our Blackboard, we will have an agenda. This week's agenda is talking about our topic, the chapter 6 of the textbook, and that is called Risk and Return. Now, speaking of the textbook is voluntary in this course. You do not need to purchase the textbook if you do not want to. I urge some of you, if you don't have much finance experience, to buy to either rent or buy the textbook, because it is an important tool in understanding the material. But I do provide in our Blackboard PowerPoint presentations of every chapter, review videos. So again, it's up to you if you want to make the commitment and the financial commitment to purchase or rent a textbook. I encourage you, but it's not required for this study. So this week we're talking about risk and return, and we'll talk specifically about that in our videos on Friday. But today I want to introduce the course. So let's take a look at our course syllabus. Here's our course syllabus, and I want you to spend some time this week, this first week of class, to make sure you understand the syllabus. This course, again, is an advanced MBA class. There's a lot of requirements, a lot of work, and make sure you understand all the requirements of this course. And if you have any questions or concerns about it, you be sure to let me know. Again, this is an asynchronous course, meaning there's no class sessions. Your responsibility is just make sure you go online and do all the necessary studying. We have student hours every Tuesday afternoon and Thursday evening. Here's the link for that. You can click on that link and I will be available to answer any questions or give you any review at that time. Also, you can make an appointment with me at any time, especially the weekends if you need some help. All right. We have some links. There's our Blackboard link. You know, we have our Blackboard, and as of today, some of you have yet to go to our Blackboard, so I hope you do that as soon as possible. We have a YouTube channel for our class where I store all the videos, and naturally, we'll be using the Wall Street Journal in this class. This class is designed for the upper MBA studying, and please understand the course description, the goals and objectives of this course, here's the optional text, the 16th edition of Financial Management Theory and Practice, as I explained earlier. The course structure, here's our assessment. We'll have 3 case studies. 1 case study will be in APA format. 1 case study will be in a spreadsheet format. 1 case study will be in a PowerPoint format. You'll also have a case paper, which is due the last week of the class. The case paper will be involving a APA formatted paper and a spreadsheet analysis. And we also have class discussion posts during the course of the session. You have one this week, by the way. Those class discussions basically is called class participation. It gives you some extra horsepower in determining your grades. I explained naturally the case studies, the case paper. Here's our grading system. Academic honesty is very important in an online setting. Make sure you're aware of our academic honesty. There's no group work in this class. Everything is individual work. Your responsibilities, my responsibilities, the propaganda of the University of Laverne, our university mission and vision, and some resources for you to use if you need any additional help, like an Academic Success Center, you need some tutoring or need help with spreadsheets. If you don't want to talk to me directly, we have a variety of resources that can help you. Please take advantage of that. Here are the important dates of our class this summer session when particular assignment or case studies are due. As you can see, June 12th this week is we have our first discussion post. Then we have our cases, the case paper, all leading up to our final grades being posted to Blackboard on Wednesday, August 3rd. That's if you complete your course evaluation, which I hope you all will do. And here's the specific calendar of detail of our activity. This week we have chapter 6 material, but also a journal, an article that I'd like you to read this week for our discussion purposes. So again, look at this calendar. This is also located in your Blackboard, and make sure you understand all the requirements of our course. Here's our Blackboard site. Now, since this is an online class and I will not be speaking directly to you either through video or through Zoom or through Classroom, it is your responsibility to go to this weekly, hopefully more than once a week, and make sure you're up to date on the material. All our case studies and our case paper will be involved. Will be involved with the material provided in this Blackboard and in this course. So naturally, we have various folders that I hope you can walk through this week. Here's our course syllabus and information. There's our course schedule again. You just click on that and you can get a view of our course schedule. Also in that area, here's some hard copies of our syllabus that I've already sent you, but some hard copies in a PDF and a Word doc format. Again, there's a listing of our key dates throughout the session and some additional links for you. In our course announcements, whenever I send an email to you, here's the email I sent you last evening to let you know I was running behind. Great start, Professor Hassey. When I do send you an email, I post it also to these announcements. So if you're coming on the Blackboard, you should always check the announcements, make sure you're up to date with all the information I have sent you up to this point in the class. Naturally, since this is an online class, we will have a lot of videos and Zooming. These videos will be posted in the Zoom and YouTube links account, a folder here, but right now all it is again, a link to our student hours, which you can come online and talk to me at your convenience. We have a student discussion forum where you can, first of all, point any questions or comments to me, then I will get back to you. These discussion forums are open to all students. Everybody can see them. There's no privacy here. The point of that is so people can interact with questions or interact with the discussion forum like we have this week. It's a two-part discussion forum where you go on and create a folder, tell us a little bit about yourself, and also I'd like you to pick a company. A company that you would like to select from the Fortune 500, and this company you'll be doing some work on, especially throughout the session in regards to their financials, their credit history, their credit representation, all kinds of things. Will apply our studies to the company that you're selecting and will follow throughout the session. So please complete that this week. This is for a grade, 5% of your grade, due next Sunday, June 12th. If you have any problems working with the Blackboard or you lose your password, be sure to let me know immediately so I can help you. Then we go into our weekly sessions. Every week the course is set up. You'll see in every week an agenda, which you've already seen. You'll see our learning assignments for the week. Just a rehash of what you need to do, both as far as study, review, and for grades. Every week I will show our learning assignments for the week. I know this sounds a little hokey for graduate studies, but in the online venue, some students are very good with online and checking in and following. Some students have a difficult time, or their lives are very busy, and it's tough to stay up to date with the online class. So that's why you can, every week you'll see our learning assignments will give you a quick review of what's expected of you this week. And it's this week, number 1, we have our lecture video, which is what you're seeing now. We have our chapter 6, risk and return, and the PowerPoint is right here in Blackboard. You have a journal article, and that's right here to download and read that journal article, Efficient, Chaotic, What is the New Finance? And our graded work for this week, the discussion post that we just saw. Here is a PowerPoint of our topics of this week, which I'll be going over on Friday. Again, there's our article. And then here are some videos that you can watch. And here's the PowerPoint of chapter 6, which will be able to help you in the material. And we'll talk about this also in our Friday video. A lot of videos to explain things, beta, risk and return, risk and reward, capital asset pricing model, all key concepts we need to get under our belt this first week of studying financial management and corporate finance. So there, every week is set up. You go to week 2, boom. Now, naturally, the agenda isn't set up there or any videos of that, but you can see the plan going forward, week 3, week 4, and so on, all through the class. And these will be updated every week. And so we will, this is your responsibility, is make sure. What I would do is every beginning of every week, Sunday, Monday, go to your weekly video, go to your weekly folder, see what the assignments are this week, see what you need to be doing, what type of level of work. Is there a lot of video watching? Do you have to download any videos or any articles? Just get a scope of it and then work on it through the week. And then I sum up the week on Friday with a review video talking about the topics of the week. It works out pretty good. It works out pretty good. But if you have any concerns, be sure to let me know. Probably in week 3, I will be getting individually together with you via Zoom to have individual meetings for like 5 or 10 minutes. We'll set a schedule where you can just come on and just let me know how you're doing these first couple of weeks. And if you have any concerns, we'll be doing that probably in week 3. So that's our course. That's our infrastructure. Syllabus this week, get to know Blackboard, and begin your review of risk and return. And speaking of risk and return, let's watch a little quick video that highlights this.
Understanding risk and return. Looking around us, we find that different financial products, such as fixed deposits, bonds, and shares, give different returns. Why do the returns differ? To answer this, we must first understand the idea of risk. An important principle of investment is higher returns entail higher risks. Risk drives the returns on assets. Fixed deposits earn the lowest returns because they are considered the safest. Shares have the highest expected returns as they are the most risky. Investment-grade bonds have expected returns lower than shares because they are less risky than shares. In investing, there is no reward without risk. If an investment offers higher expected returns, it will generally have higher risk. Suppose investment A has an expected return of 3%. If investment A performs better than expected, actual return will be above 3%. If it performs worse than expected, actual return will be below 3%. Actual return will be 3% only if investment A performs as expected. The presence of risk or volatility means that the expected return can differ from its actual return. The difference between actual and expected returns is risk or volatility. A simple statistical measure for risk is standard deviation. The larger the standard deviation, the greater the overall risk of an investment. Compare investments A and B, which have the same expected return of 3%. As B has a lower standard deviation than A, it will give a higher return to volatility ratio known as the Sharpe ratio. In investing, we aim to maximize the Sharpe ratio, which maximizes return for the same risk, or minimizes risk for the same return. Further, to be successful in investing, you must understand your risk appetite. Assess your risk appetite on 3 dimensions: needs, ability, and willingness to take risk. If you plan to retire by 40, you would need to generate higher returns that will allow for early retirement. If you have dependents, your ability to take risk is likely to be lower than someone with no dependents. If you have the need and ability to take on risk, but find it unsettling after buying a risky stock, then willingness is low. You may want to consider investments with a lower risk profile, such as investment-grade bonds. Imagine investing as choosing a roller coaster ride. If you choose a wilder ride than you can handle, you are likely to want to get off the ride halfway, as it is scary when it dives. Similarly, if you have investments that are too risky for your risk appetite, you may panic and quit them prematurely when the market dives. The key to successful investing is the ability to stay invested. If you get off the roller coaster halfway, you could lose your investments. By staying invested, you may also ride out market volatility and business cycles. In the next video, find out more about portfolio.
Okay, as you can see, that video takes into perspective the investor determination of risk and return, but it's the same for the fundraiser or the corporation. They have to measure their risk in the market of whether they should issue stocks, borrow money. What is their risk? And that's one of the key components of corporate finance. How do we interpret the risk of our company in the market? Are we a high risk? Do we have to pay more for our money? Or are we a low risk? And is capital financing going to be cheaper? That drives the asset determination or the asset strategy of what to invest in. If you need to raise a lot of money because your risk is high in the market, in other words, you have bad risk, that's going to determine what type of asset you invest in to generate that return. So this will be one of our central themes of corporate finance. And so risk is a key component of that. And that's why we're going to be doing some work on the company you select in your discussion forum. We'll be doing some risk analysis in our first case study of that company in another couple of weeks. So that's the introduction to our course. You know what you need to do. You know where the material is. I'll be back with you on Friday, June 10th, with another video to highlight risk and return and talk about this in regards to corporate finance. I want to welcome you all. Please don't be afraid to get in touch with me. Let me know how you're doing. Are you getting and understanding the material? Do you have any technology troubles? Is your Wi-Fi that strong in your home or where you're gathering this information? Can you keep up with the data? That's important for me to know and to help you if you're having some concerns with that. So keep in touch. Look forward to working with you all. If you need to talk with me, I'll be available again this afternoon, 3 to 5, and also Thursday evening. So feel free to contact me. Looking forward to working with you all. Have a wonderful week. Welcome to University of Laverne, and we'll talk to you next time. Adios.